Hello, everybody. Music might be a little loud, so let's cool that down a little bit. Hello, hello. Hello, Bells. Hello, Pom Pom. Hello, Syrinx. Hello, Flossie. How are you guys doing? I hope my microphone is on. I am a scattered mess today. So, fingers crossed that everything is working right now. At least I have the subtitles up this time. It's a good start. Hey, Bells. How are you? As well, other than scattered, I'm doing all right. I went to visit family yesterday and then arrived back here again a little while ago, like 2 hours ago. Kazu, hello. How are you doing today? You're just peachy. I'm good to hear. Or that's good to hear. I'm good to hear. It's already falling apart and we're not even a minute in. Eating a post-Christmas shopping lunch. Isn't it like 3 for you right now? Doing my part to increase the Benjamin Scream usage. Ah! Shh, you were busy. That's true. There's nothing I can say about that. You right, you right. Tea's too hot to drink still, unfortunately. Much sadness to be had here. I mean, it's too late to get that number up at this point, but, you know, starting next year, you know, there's a freaking goal. Get the scream emoji to be the top emoji from my, or emote from my Discords, or my streams. Ugh. I did not sleep very well last night. Could push those numbers for next year. Ah! That's what I'm hearing right now. How's everybody doing? How is your weekend going so far? I hope that there has been some chill so far for everybody. Also, Syrinx, very much congratulations on the getting the gerb. Very nicely done. We here at Sleepy Corp, I guess, are very happy with this situation. We approve of the things that have happened. New gerb, yay! Oh my goodness, you people. It's ridiculous, I tell you. Also, Flossie, out of curiosity, what's the next book reading that we're going to be hearing? Should there be another one in the near future? Hopefully another nice old tale that has a ridiculously dark motif behind it. Where, like, the whole book is just about how, like, brushing your teeth is good, but somehow there's demons and, like, kidnappings involved. Oh, shit! Oh, I'm gonna have to be there for that. Because I know the synopsis of it, but I've never actually read it. Kafka wrote some pretty crazy stuff, if I recall correctly. Went to the bookstore on the way and couldn't help getting it. Hey! Nice. I approve. Like I said, I know the synopsis, and that's what it is. Read it once, 10 out of 10. Reading it again. Oh, heck yes. That's a fun for the whole family sort of story, you know? It's got that nice coming-of-age feel. You know? The rebellious stage where your family doesn't quite get you, and you don't quite get you, but somehow Wow. It all works out. Hey, Stitches. I'm trying to, like, how to say it, summary it in a way that you would try to sale pitch it to Hollywood. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to pitch it the way that the book is, or the short story is. I'm trying to pitch it the way that you would pitch it to Hollywood. And how's it going, Stitches? How's your weekend been going so far? It's messed up for real, for real. In the best kind of way, though. In that lovely, borderline, Cronenberg style way, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's entirely fair to say, but still. What are you reflecting? Light? Oh! Dorn coming in with the smackerinos right out the bat. Right out the gate. We haven't even had a sip of tea yet, and he's already slapping me with the zingers. Yeah. Kazu, hello. What is up? Wish you didn't have to go, but you do. My heart is broken right now. Well, now you can't go, Kazu. Thank you, Dorn. That's very appreciated. Kazu, enjoy the emotes. Have a good time with them. And also, whatever it is you need to go do. Hope that it goes swiftly and smoothly, whatever it might be. Stitches, that's so mean. That's got such like a, here's your gift, now get out kind of attitude, you know? There was a really old, how to say, there was an old Dutch cassette tape that I had once upon a time that was about a character called Oma Hank, which is Uncle Hank. And it was just like, how to say it, it was like teenage humor. So my mom didn't really like it that I listened to it when I was younger, but thank you very much for the emotes. Very much appreciated. But it just had this scene in it where Oma Hank is supposed to be, he's, you know, like he's the Easter bunny, he's dressed up as the Easter bunny at like a mall, and he's supposed to like give presents to kids, but he like wasn't given anything useful, so he's just like handing out like these trash gifts. But then this one kid comes up and is just like, oh, you know, like, Mr. Easter Bunny, do you have like a little, the heck was it, like a little figurine set with like little Martians, is essentially what he asks. And he's like portrayed as like a really innocent little kid. You know, just like, meneer de paashaas, mag ik alsjeblieft wat maasmannetjes hebben? And, you know, Oma Hank has already been like very annoyed at this point because he's like a naturally like mean and unstable guy. So he's just like, oh, you got another one of these. Here, have an electric plug and a kick in the ass. Well, if you're about to speak about it, what is your high? Well, I'm just going to reflect on a bunch of like old clips, Syrinx. Don't worry. I have a whole other thing. I have a legit like 2.5-page Word document that I wrote up just to do, just to have notes ready for myself. Is that the one and only legendary Pandemonium gracing us in my stream? And also, Panda, it's more of a collab. Hi and me are gonna go ahead and just talk about what we've learned over the year. But I, being the person who I am, decided that obviously means it's a podcast, which obviously I then talked to Haya about and was just like, I totally get if this is not okay, and this doesn't have to be a thing, but, you know, like, I just think it's funny. I mean, in a way it is. Yeah, it could be like a yearly podcast. What did we learn this year, Haya? Scuff is just part of the game. When are we doing it? We are going to do it on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be there or be not there. That is your choice. Thanks, Syrinx. Appreciate that. Oh, you'll have to stop by. It's probably going to be Scuff AF, Panda, but I have notes at least. Missed opportunity to call it a cozy cast. Oh, that would have been pretty good. I called it the Sleepy Protocol podcast specifically. That was my, you know, pitch. Full support, let's go. Ah! Done 2 guns and I had not had notes either time, so you sound more prepared than me. I'm only more prepared than you, Panda, because I'm terrified to not have any direction, whereas you are basically like an encyclopedia for Yakuza. So like, as long as there's a topic direction, you're basically good to go, at least from what I was hearing from the bits that I've heard. Gonna make your art tag, gonna make your advertising, gonna make your breakfast too. Come on, you're breaking my door. It's true, Dorn. I'm the worst. I ask so much and don't give anything in return. What? Dorn didn't make me breakfast. Well, breakfast at Dorn's house tomorrow, I guess. Dorn just waking up casually. All of a sudden, here's a knock on the door, and it's just the entire freaking Twitch community that he's been part of. Just going, hey, buddy, I like my eggs over easy, please. And Dorn just kind of sighs quietly. Just puts on the Dorn-tastic apron. It's just kind of like, just says like there's a table in the back. Should house most of you. The rest of you will have to find your own seating. Breakfast at Tiffany's? No. Breakfast at Dorn's? Absolutely. Well, Dorn, you could do one of those, what is it? There was a really famous, like, eatery in the States somewhere. That was one of those, like, pay what you can places. Like, you could order what any food you want and you would get the food, but you could pay whatever you could. And they ended up turning, like, a healthy profit through that system. So, theoretically, just put a tip jar out. You'll probably make enough to cover the food costs. Will the waffles be gluten-free, though? Excuse me. Picked up a little bit of a cough while I was there. I don't know what it means, but I'm probably in danger. Gonna drive and lurk. Go fight win. Thank you very much, Pom Pom. Safe drive. Don't worry, guys. I'll make us breakfast since Dorn won't. Your tummy's getting the glutes. What does that mean, though? Unless you're saying, like, a kick to the gut, because, you know, the glutes. But that case, no, the glutes should be... I don't know how you'd approach this. Spencer, how's it going? How is the great cold treating you at the moment, or the great northern colds treating you? Nah, he was going for gluteus maximus, which is his bum. Oh yeah, I forgot that Syrinx knows a little bit of anatomy. Dang it. Ah, thank you, Bells. Without you, I would be so lost. A little bit, yeah. Alright, Syrinx, if you're so smart, which muscle is this? You can't see what I'm pointing at, but I'm pointing... I'm kind of looking at it. Kind of. I'm trying to. The model's not cooperating as well as I want it to. What muscle's that? Discord call, discount, yeah, bells, oh my god. Y'all stay up too late, right? Right? They just don't stop. They won't go to bed. There was no indication anywhere that you did anything. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking at my shoulder. To the best of my abilities, I have to do it so dramatically that I'm hurting my neck doing so. You can literally see your two neck muscles. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. You told me that. I'm sorry, Spencer. How's that been going for you? How is the center mid-BC treating you at the moment? Goodness. My memory's worse than I thought. I knew this. Ah! Oh, well, what are the 4 sits, huh? It got cold and windy today. That summarizes where I am too. Probably not to the same extent, but it was cold and fairly windy. Pretty sure Syrinx is just making up words at this point, you know? Masseter muscle. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, the infraspinatus. There's not even an L in there. I don't know where that L came from. Yeah, the teres minor. Yeah, it's words. Thank you, Bells. It literally just... I'm glad I didn't click, because I might have accidentally have banned somebody else if I had clicked. And I think it might have been Syrinx. And I wouldn't know what to do at that point. Be like, oh, I've done I've made a terrible mistake. I'm so glad I didn't click. Kind of hovered over it and was like, it's probably going to get fixed soon. And then it disappeared and it's like, oh. Syrinx, you're making me look bad right now. Don't like it. Oh, also, this is a big tangent. Turns out that my mom is more, quote, based than my dad is. And only because of one specific reason. I was letting them listen to, or letting my mom listen to some music and then later let my dad listen to it. So the first thing I let him listen to is maybe I should have banned Dorn instead. The first music that I let her listen to was like some power metal, which, you know, like I feel like power metal is one of that kind of metal that like a fair number of people can get into because it's not particularly intense. It doesn't hit super hard in comparison to some other stuff. And like I let my dad listen to it and he liked it quite a bit too. He's like, oh, well, I might have to look into that a little bit. But then I let them listen to like some like progressive heavy metal from some music that I like. And my mom was actually just like, actually, that guitar was pretty good. And my dad was just like, not for me. And I'm just like, honestly, was not expecting my mom to be more okay with this than my dad was. And you do still remember a good chunk of it, Syrinx. I'm pretty impressed. I remember very little. Most of my muscle learning is gone. Remember like deltoids, biceps, triceps, you know, trapezius, latissimus dorsi, you know, like glutes, hamstrings, calf, etc. I know some of the bones still, but not a lot. She has good taste in music. She do, surprisingly. For somebody who is quite deep in like the country music genre, she's pretty open about other music. I was glad that she was just listening to it and not looking at me as I was just headbanging away to the music. Only thing I know about muscles is that I lift heavy things and get swole, as the kids say. Well, I mean, Scott, that's all you need to know, right? If you know that you lift the heavy thing, and that lifting the heavy thing makes the swole, then you know all the things. Everything else is just details. Lift heavy, get swole. Boom. There you go. Put that on a t-shirt. Make millions. All week, nothing. No emergency vehicles drive by. The city sleeps. I go for a just chatting stream. Wee-oo. It's actually not a bad idea for a shirt, right? It is. It's actually like I can absolutely see people wearing that as a shirt. As a jerk. Ugh. My brain. Rum listens to metal. Could she be an Iron Man? Ban lawful, please. We need lawful to get banned. Think about it. Muscles are mostly water, and so are brains, which means they work the same. Does that mean, Dorn, that we need to wrap like a weight around? I was kidding. Lawful, I'm sorry. Does that mean we need to like tie, you know, like a heavy weight around our head and just think really hard while the weight is there? Is that how you get smarter? Hi, Lawful. Bye, Lawful. I can only think when I have 2 dumbbells strapped to my head. Ooh, Pavlov is starting to bring the intense thinking process here. He's got like 3 weights on his head right now. That's what's happening. Lift heavy books with your head so the gravity helps the words think good deep into skull. That reminds me of the whole idea of just like if you sleep on a book, you'll absorb its knowledge through osmosis. good influence on you, Bells. Oh, dear. Wait, that's the plot for Warm Bodies. Was Warm Bodies a show or a movie? Because I know there was the one show that was like a crime show, but the idea was that what is it, like what do you call it? What the heck? The mortician could like eat brains and could like get visions from it. No, the brain is squishy and a little chewy, so cooking too long. If cooked too long, so putting weights on it. Crush it. It's eating them. Preferably the not saying that sauce and some garlic powder. I feel like you have more experience with this than you're letting on right now, Mr. Pavlov. iZombie? Is that what it was called? I don't remember, unfortunately. Warm Bodies sounds like a... You're not wrong, Thorn. And it's one of those movies that if you like ever came across it, you would really carefully push it away from you. Just like, no. No. Yeah, iZombie was the one of the girl in the morgue, and I think she ate the brains to get visions. Yeah, it was. Warm Bodies was a Nicholas Hoult. Unfortunately, that doesn't connect with me because I'm really, really bad with names. Also, hello, Glitch. How are you? Worcestershire sauce and some garlic powder is a great combo, though. I don't remember the last time that I've had Worcestershire sauce. Was Beast from X-Men? Oh, well, that actually puts more context. Thank you. That actually helped more than I was expecting. Only from experience, the outcomes of human rights. Stop following my internet activity. That's when you, like, you know, quickly make a phone call to someone. Or, like, you know, FaceTime, and you listen for the little clicking noises. You hear the clicking noises, it means they're still listening. But if there's no clicking noises, that's what means that they've either stopped tracking or they didn't turn on the device. Either way, you're in a good position. Feeling kind of shit. I'm sorry to hear that, Glitch. I hope you feel better soon. Oh, goodness. I'm being a popular boy. One moment. Need to close some things. Luckily, I actually remembered to go on to busy status so that we're not having badooms and everybody going question mark. Is that me? And me going, no, that's me. I'm sorry. You got caught running one biodome Asia for the good of humanity because human test subjects are expensive, and suddenly you're hauled in front of a council for weeks being lectured. It's a violation of human rights. Blah, blah, blah. You can only sit through so many human tribunals before I just do that. Is that the same how the freaking Nuremberg trials went, Pavlov? Were the people there just going just like, you know, Geneva Convention, you know, human rights, stain on humanity, blight on society. Yeah, Is that what that was? Just everyone else super serious talking about all the atrocities to mankind, and frickin' the boys just sitting there leaning back in their chair going, ugh. Just get on with it. I didn't know that this was death by boredom. No, those were bad people. Scientists were all taken and given labs to keep working. You're talking about Operation Paperclip. wrap it up. Like, yeah, can we yada yada through like all the stuff and just get to the part where I'm guilty? I am bored. Ugh, been there. Kidnap a few F-18s and fly them around Russia, and all of a sudden I'm threatening peace between two nuclear nations. You're telling me a good old-fashioned ruckus isn't allowed anymore? What is this country coming to? When did world politics becomes... I hate you two so much right now. Ugh. I'm gonna drink my tea and stare angrily at my screen. I hope you two both are aware that I'm staring directly. Back in my day, a diplomatic incident was called roughhousing. Wait, Dorn, is that legit? I thought that was just a meme. No. Tell me, to quote that one song, bow out, say it ain't so. They're dating each other. Oh my God. How much money did they get paid? I just hope that they didn't find my basement. I haven't been able to get down there for a while. I just can't read the P word. I can't do it. My brain will not register it. But also, Dorn, I'm so sorry. Frickin' rip your brain. I hope that one day the memory just simply leaves you. Because that just sounds like it's not illegal, but it's weird. You know? Like there was no ethics board in the making of that show by the sound of it. It was just like, yeah, it's the logical conclusion to dating shows. Thank you, Dorn. That's actually a wonderful visual. See, but Dorn, the thing is though, hopefully they were a viewer of mine. So like it's free advertising for my channel. Like people start Googling just like Benjamin Toast, like where did this originate from? And it somehow directs it back to my channel. It's free real estate. Exactly, Pavlov. Ew, not a PNG. Why wouldn't it be a what is it? That thing that everybody's hating right now, a WebP or whatever? Can't remember what the format is called. It's a web something. I remember looking it up being just like, why does everybody hate this? And it's just like, here's the pros and cons. And like, one of the cons is flat out just like, not compatible with most things. And it's like, that's a pretty big con. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's ahead of its time, clearly. It's too gosh darn far ahead. Din Din here, gonna lurk. Enjoy your lurk and enjoy your Din Din, Syrinx. Thank you very much for the lurk. Always appreciated. EV1. I'm not familiar with it, Scott, but I have no doubt in my mind that you're aware of that's correct. So I would never question it. Apparently, it's lossless and smaller than other formats. So once it's compatible, it'll be pretty good. That is what I was reading. Yeah, Dutch for 5 minutes. Stitches, I'm having a conversation here. But also, you did redeem it, so it's only fair. Basically the new standard, but it's far off, it seems. Ah, I gotcha. Like, they figured out the tech or the coding, but the, like, how to say it, but, like, the systems haven't caught up with it yet. It's Google's reaction to PNGs. It's similar in quality, but it's 25% less in space, which is good for servers and website. Problem is, it isn't usable. Yeah, in 25%, if that's 25% is accurate, god damn, that's actually quite the saving power. Tech is available, but no one is using it yet other than... Ah, okay. Intel being ahead of the curve is pretty normal. I suppose so. Goddamn Stitches, that's a really cute little emote. Who dis by? Who dis? Unio? I'm not good at pronouncing things. I'm gonna go to Dutch right now so that I don't have to keep talking in English so that I can pretend like it's easier. As a company, you really wish that they would get their CPUs and GPUs back on track. All right, we're going for Dutch for 5 minutes. I apologize, everyone. Blame Stitches, but also not. He's a good lad. So, Dutch for 5 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Doemp. Dus nu gaan we een klein beetje Nederlands proberen te spreken. Dat is een klein beetje mooi, want ik was bij mijn familie, dus ik kan een klein beetje beter Nederlands spreken op het moment. Gewoon omdat ik erbij was. Dat is natuurlijk mooi. Ze zijn meer en ik weet niet hoe je het woord zegt. Kut. Bedoel je natuurlijk, Dorn. Geen idee, Pavlov. Ik hoop dat het betekent dat je een klein beetje Nederlands verstaat. Of misschien wat Duits. Misschien kun je dit niet meer verstaan, maar tenminste is dat iets. Of je hebt een heleboel... Oh, wat is het woord ook alweer? Ja, de subtitles zijn niet het beste natuurlijk. Dus... ja, het gaat een klein beetje gek. Hoe zeg je dat nou? Wat is het woord ook alweer? Wat is het woord? Engels naar... Hans, alsjeblieft. Hebben we die woord en dat is... hersens. Dat is het natuurlijk. Het is hersens. Heb je... Oh god. Don, ik ben niet het beste met Nederlands te lezen, dus ik zal proberen. Heb je... Ooit afgevraagd afgevraagd waarom je ervoor koos om de 5 minuutjes in te wisselen. Ja, maar ik heb geen antwoord ervoor. Dus dat helpt niet. Ik kan het vraag stellen zolang als ik maar wil. Maar als ik niet een antwoord ervoor kan krijgen, dan heb ik een probleem. Ja, ja, je bent een hele goede jongen, Dorn. Een hele goede jongen, natuurlijk. Pat, pat. Het beste jongen. Beste maar weer. Scott, alsjeblieft. Ik doe mijn best. Ik kan niks anders doen maar Nederlands spreken. Dat is alles dat ik kan doen. Ik heb geen andere keus. Dit is alles dat ik kan doen. Oh god. Oh, zo gaat het maar weer natuurlijk. Sorry. Dus we hebben nog 1 minuut en 10 seconden. Dus. Oh, je weet 10. 10. 10. 10 seconden. Werkt niet meer. Geen. Het kan het gewoon niet. Oh ja, Bels. Ze proberen ze best. Maar het beste is niet goed genoeg, zoals je kan zien. Want nu heeft hij het over bier. En het beste eten, natuurlijk. Het beste te. In Nieuwe Haven. Oh ja, Bels. Ja. Echt waar, koning? Nou, bedankt dat je dat hebt gezegd. Dat je dat denkt. Maar we zijn bijna klaar. Dus, ook al is niet de grote baas hier. We kunnen nog steeds zeggen, dit is chocoladedonder. Over en uit. 5 minutes. Thank you for the Dutch though, Dorn. I went to visit family yesterday and today, and I was trying to read a book that my mom gave me, which is like a lot of old history from the town that she was born or lived in. And it was it's like old Dutch, so like not only am I having trouble reading it, I'm also having trouble like, you know, like getting through it. In tegenstelling tot wat Bels zegt, is blauw geen baby. No. Oh my god, I almost responded in Dutch. No. Blue is not baby. Blue is disguised as baby. But not baby. You can't convince me otherwise. You like... Keep living your lies, Bells. I know the truth. I know the truth. He's an angel disguised as baby. Lawful? Wait, Lawful, I thought that you had to step away. Or am I just really misunderstanding? In which case, whoops. I'm debating about going to Christmas in the park at the moment. But it's going to be so crowded, oh my lord. I like that OML. No, it doesn't work quite as well as OTL. But still kinda. You don't want to go, but I do. Nah. I mean, Bells is being a baby right now because she doesn't want to acknowledge the truth. Oh, lawful, type it in capitals. And then look at it. Also, wah! Indeed. Do you see it? Do you see the man on his hands and knees, hanging his head low? A hydrate from the Killer Tofu. Don't mind if I do. Thanks, bud. How you doing, Tofu? I hope that your weekend is treating you well so far. I'm a sleepy flower, am I? Am I going to blossom into a, I don't know, morning bells or whatever the heck you call that flower? What? Drink the what? Morning glory. There you go. I believe that's exactly what I was thinking. Thank you, Tofu. Here, hold on. Let me hand you the microphone. Clearly you know what you're doing right now. Just take over. This is your stream now. That got you. Also Panda, how's the speedruns going? Do you have a time that you're happy with at this point that you can smack down and submit? And have you kicked down the doors and let them know that there's a new sheriff in town and they need to put a place for you to submit your times in? For those who don't know, Pandemonium is a speedrunner. She's a god tier speedrunner. World first at speedrunning. Don't remember the name of the game. New Game Plus. Speedrun any. You could submit the time. I have, but I want to see how low it can go. That's fair. Was curious how close could get to... Oh, how close did you get, out of curiosity? Because I know you had 347, I think was one of the first attempts that you did. Like, maybe it was 350? I can't quite remember. Pardon my bad memory. Goodness, they're still fighting over it. I don't even know what that means. Also, hello, Murloc. Nice to see you. Welcome. I had a topic that I wanted to bring up. Ah!
Everyone, hello.
Erwin, where were you like 10 minutes ago when I needed you the most? I did my Dutch redeem, or I got the Dutch redeem. I needed someone here. At 3:39:49. So we need basically 10 minutes. Can you do it, you think? Are there places where you can cut off time? Like maybe there's some boss fights that you can slice a few seconds off here and there. Or maybe there's some areas that you can avoid some like smaller fights that can maybe cut a minute off or something. And hello everyone, welcome. Again, thank you for the bits. I hope that your weekend is treating you well so far. Sorry, you're fine, I'm just teasing. It was super interesting, though, getting to visit family again, because I got to speak to my Opa and Oma as well, and it's just so interesting listening to both, you know, my mom and dad, who mostly speak kind of a mixture of, like, Dutch and, like, dialect, whereas my Opa and Oma speak very strong dialect, so I'm used to learning, like, I understand both, like, I have a little bit of trouble with my Opa and Oma from time to time, but it is interesting to just, like, witness that, like, change. Because I speak Dutch. Like, I don't speak dialect. I know kind of how to speak dialect, but I don't really use it. Oh, there's 2 boss fights that are pain in the ass because you can only use hand-to-hand. Oh, God, hand-to-hand. It's fully leveled, but it needs its limit break, I think, to make any sort of difference at that point. That's going to be a grind. That's fair. At least you know the direction you need to go, though, Panda, which is nice. You know, you have a path. And, like, even if it shaves off, like, let's say 3 minutes, that's still a big, like, shave in terms of time, so. At that point, it just comes down to finding that little, how to say it, to finding the flow of things. Depending on how strong the hand-to-hand limit break is, I'd say there's probably a good chance that you can do it. Depends on what kind of jokes you make, Murlac. As long as they're not hyper offensive, they should be fine. I think it's possible to get it. I'm sure there's more optimizing to be done. There you go. I look forward to seeing you hit that 330. One of my monitors is acting up, so can't do game stream tonight. We'll also be just chatting, but showing scary movie for watch party, so hopefully we'll make up for it. Nice. I'm sorry to hear that your monitor's acting up, though. One of my monitors isn't acting up so much as it just does a weird... I don't know. When I save in Clip Studio Paint, specifically Clip Studio Paint, the monitor will do a single flicker. Like, it'll just go black and then it'll go back to normal again. Oh, Murlac, if that's it, Erwan agrees with you 100%. Yeah, I'm used to that particular shenanigans. Mine shuts off entirely, power button and all. During last stream, about 8 times, so we're gonna watch Smile tonight. And all will be... Oh, Skurd. I gotcha. Looking, need to sleep for tomorrow's activities, but I hope that your RR&R brings you much joy. Yay for positive reflections on progress. Thank you very much, Flossie. Have yourself a good sleep. And I hope to see you next time. And also, I'm looking forward to watching you read Metamorphosis. I hope I can catch that stream. I will do my dangdest. German, English, and Yiddish had a baby. The baby got drunk. That's Dutch. Erwan, why you bully me? What? Oh, actually, yeah. Kafka tomorrow. Okay, well then in that case... Boom. Did it work? Oh my god, it's a slash. Hold on. It's a slash. Why are you being like this? Shout out. Shout out. Oh my god. It's all falling apart. Oh, the rage I'm feeling right now. Thank you. Oh, it's been a rough day today. Yeah, for those of you who enjoy listening to a wonderfully voiced individual, Flossie is going to be reading Metamorphosis by Kafka tomorrow. I think that will be a very good time, so if you haven't already, please give her a follow. Thanks, Bells. I appreciate that. Metamorphosis, like the books with those covers. Oh, never mind. Hell of a reading choice, right? I have never read it, I just know the synopsis, so I'm gonna be trying to catch that if I can, depending on how tomorrow goes. And if not, I'll watch the gosh darn VOD. Alright. Tea is drank, and it didn't even get cold beforehand. Is a great completely canonical crossover with JoJo? Is it now, Pavlov? And yeah, no problem, Flossie. You have yourself a great sleep. I hope that you're very rested for tomorrow. Not the big boss. Hello. How are you? Good to see you again. The only other metamorphosis that I'm aware of is a song by, what is it? Blue Stally? Heck, why is my subtitles not working all of a sudden? Oi! Why are you quitting on me? Uno secondo. Let me refresh. Are we good now? There we go. We got him. We did the things. Fake cool fact about Hyacinth. Ooh. Wish Hya was here so that I could talk some serious smack for a second, but unfortunately. Fake cool fact about Hyacinth. See, there's so many options there. Oh no! Oh god! She hurt me! She's been summoned. There you go, Pavlov. Now you gotta make it good, yeah. Alright, well. Fake cool fact about Hyacinth. Hyacinth is such a popular streamer that she inspired a Canadian cannabis company to name themselves after her. Because as we all know, Hyacinth is a big advocate for cannabis consumption. You know, her great catchphrase, good night and stay dank. And that's my fake cool fact about Hyacinth. Oh, I'm gonna get messaged later and I'm gonna get yelled at. That is now my good message. Ah, that's how she now ends every stream. Good night and stay dank. And I'm gonna be like, what have I done? Oh my goodness. You have to listen closer. Well, see, Pavlov, that's the thing, though. She is such a big advocate for cannabis that you actually need to be high to hear her say that. You need to be under the influence of marijuana to be able to catch that. It's very subtle otherwise. Hyacinth. Ah, he gets it. BRB buying edibles. Hayaki, do me a favor. The next time you stream, can you say good night and stay dank? Just so we can keep the ploy going. Oh my god, yes, they're little borbs. They're the little purple borbs. Boom. Cut to 6 months from now where the first sales numbers come in. Pavlov and Haya in business together. Just making thousands. So you gotta be careful. It's true. You'd have to play around with the name a little bit. Just make sure that it's not quite, you know, the same. But thank you for humoring me. If I've caused problems, you could, you know my DMs. You can throw me some nasty insults later. Holy crap, their homepage is really good. You're fighting a boss. Have fun, Haya. Good luck. You got this. Maybe it's a sponsorship in the making. Right? Let's get on this. Gotta start sassing the company and be just like, hey, we got a frickin' VTuber that might work well as like an advocate, a sponsor, if you will. And they're just like, where do we find her? We all toss them her stream link, and they're just, and then, you know, cut to a few months from now where Haya's got like a dank Haya redeem. It's just the same model, but with really red eyes. I need to shut up. Oh my god. And a green shirt. Oh, and is always smiling. You know? Is incapable of doing the frowns. Oh, goodness. You've got some artists to go. Let's heckin' go. Pavlov, I'm expecting my name in the credits somewhere. Like, I don't know, like creative advisor or something. Just put me at the very bottom of the list. I'm totally okay with that. You know, just like all the people that worked on it, and at the very bottom in like superscript just has my name in the tiniest letters. Like, yeah, I did it. I made the list. That stupid LMG, right? And when she's in the dank Haya mode, you can well, I hope that Stinky Boy really appreciates the random follows that he gets. There also has to be the, what do you call it? The like, the COD, you know, like 360 no scope redeem. That little thunk sound. I can't remember what the heck it's called. I'm just imagining Haya just playing whatever she's playing and fighting a boss and just listening to this going just like, when I'm done, ooh, there's gonna be words. We're gonna have some stern talking to. The hit marker sound, that's the one. Sorry, brain is still a little. I just wish that I did actually have a topic that I wanted to swap to, but I really need, I have a pen and paper on my desk, but I never write down my thoughts while I'm going. Big cool fact, the history of Hyacinth's totally legit long-running sponsorship collab with Hyacinth Bio, the Canadian weed company. Well, you see, it all happened in late 2022. You know, a receptionist working at the Hyacinth Bio company was just minding her own business, just performing some routine tasks, answering phone calls, making sure that schedules were set in place. But all of a sudden, the inbox began to flood with first 1, then 2, then 10, then 20, then 100 emails from various people, all saying, sponsor Hyacinth Live, and a link. Intrigued, the receptionist checked out the actual links that were being sent, willing to risk that she might fill her computer with malware in the process. And what she saw was Hyacinth. And that was enough to spur her onward. She, realizing the amount of requests, decided to push it a little bit up the corporate ladder. And then that individual pushed it up. And then they pushed it up until eventually they made it to the marketing. And marketing, well, they had just recently increased their budget. They had some money to spare. And the only objective to that budget was try out something new. And what better new thing than to sponsor a VTuber? They went, it's crazy. So crazy that it just might work. Now we are in the ripe, aged year of 2026. It has been 4 years since this sponsorship has happened. Haya is now literally leading the charge for Hyacinth Bio, literally taking the world by storm. Once a humble Canadian cannabis company, now is stationed in every single country in the world. No matter the size, no matter the population, there's one there. And the world achieved world peace because of it. Because everybody high AF. Thank you, Haya. You made the world a better place. No, we've reached 2026. We haven't reached 2030 where Haya ends up, infiltrating the company through a series of backdoor negotiations and technical, eventually capturing their servers, ingraining herself into it so deeply that she's basically the CEO, starts making some crazy, dodgy arms deals, and eventually becomes one of the most powerful military forces in the world, thus starting, the true cyberpunk revolution by becoming the first megacorp that we ever see. And there you go. That's how it goes. But that's 8 years in the future. We don't have to worry about that. The first 4 years, it's going to be blissful going. World's first ever VTuber. I don't know if that actually would be the first. I'm sure that there's a weed-themed VTuber out there. There has to be. Oh my god, Haya is an AI. She's Skynet. Exactly. But she takes the first 4 years to kind of gain profitability and also build trust. If people trust an AI to just get them high, who's gonna keep their guard up in that regard? There's one, but he just looks like a generic edgy boy. Not good enough. Yeah, exactly. We need the anime girl weed dank VTuber. That's what we need. That's what society needs moving forward. That's how we'll defeat all the problems in the world. So we all have only 6+ years to get on Haya's good side? Better start dropping some gift subs. Hold on, you know? I'll help you out. There you go. There's Haya. Go make sure to give her at least a follow so that at least, you know, you'll be spared for the inevitable you know, like reduction of population. Just make sure you got the deckest of the deck. No, don't do that. Stop. What are you doing? Quit it. No. No! But do give Haya a follow. She is a wonderful streamer. Does the good gaming and performs the great scuff. And also, I'm going to be doing a collab with her on Monday. So, like, you know, it's a good chance to go ahead and join in on that. Shameless plug. You like humans. You want to make more content about the cool exploration stuff they do. I could agree with that. Your, what was it, like 7 a.m. Exploring the ocean with Haya streams? And just getting like a stern talking to from you where you're like, Will, why are you still awake? And I'm just like, don't worry about it. We're watching water now. Wee. She does good nighttime gaming. Night time gaming and good day nature shows. There we go. We made it. Of course I give her a follow. I don't want to be subject of population control. The live dives. Yeah, they were so neat. I remember. All right, this is a super unimportant topic, but I just want to talk about it because it was such a great moment. It was just one of those moments where. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Or Murlac. Very much appreciated. Why indeed. There was one of Haya's streams. That's exactly what I'm going to be talking about, not the big boss. I think it was the first stream that she streamed when they were doing the dives. And everybody was just super excited. Dude, black and white was my jam. Both 1 and 2. I think I liked 1 a little bit better than 2, but 2 had some really good mechanics in it. It was the first one, yeah. We were watching the little rover boy going down the ocean floor. And there was just this moment where they're just like, we're going to go ahead and take a sample of this sponge. And, like, you see the arm come up really slowly. And, like, I don't remember how many of people were in Haya's stream at the time. But there were at least, like, a good, like, 15 of us. And all of us just, like, super intensely watching as this arm is just slowly moving forward towards the sponge. And, like, the guy's just slowly... What was his name? Tim? Tom? It was a T. And he's just slowly moving the arm, and then it starts to close around it, and all of us are just like, oh, that's it. And then it just closes, and you're realizing that it's kind of sinking a little bit into the sponge, and we're just like, oh no. You know, like, oh dear. And then it just goes, and you just see the thing kind of pop. And all of us are like, no. And you see the sponge kind of like puff a little bit as some of the pieces fall to the sides, but it still looks like it has a pretty good chunk. until he starts pulling back and the whole thing just crumbles like sand. And everybody is just like, no, Tom, why? I don't remember if it was the same stream. It might have been a different stream, but I remember when they picked up that red rock. The big chunk of red rock, and they had it in their grip. And they were holding it up and rotating it. And I could see cracks starting to form. And I was screaming at my screen, just like, put it in the box, please, you know, like. And they're just like, oh, well, as you can see, if you rotate around a little bit. And, like, I'm just watching the thing slowly crumbling along where the grip is. And all of a sudden, you see a little chunk fall off the side. And they're like, oh, maybe we should start moving it towards the box. And I'm just, oh, my God. I was losing my shit. I was yelling at the monitor, being like, come on, don't do this. Tom, put it where it belongs. I don't even think it was Tom at this point, but. And you end up getting roasted by an anime girl's chat for destroying a sponge. Yeah, like imagine. I would love the idea of like one of them being just like could you imagine? Like the sponge crumbles and everyone's just like, oh, and even like, you know, like the people, like the science individuals are just like, aw. And then, you know, the one lady's just like, this just in? Sorry, Tom, but it would appear that one Hyacinth is currently streaming and her chat is, and I quote, roasting the shit out of you right now. And he's just like, do you think this is easy, Beth? Do you think this is easy? I'm top of my field, damn it. Like Tom just loses his shit. Tom's got no maidens and never won a crane game. Never won a crane game, but is best in his field somehow. How did he do it? No one knows. But he did his dangdest. He grabbed... I remember some of the other stuff that he did he actually nailed. Like, he did really well. But I think everybody was surprised with how brittle that sponge was. Like, when he first had a little bit of a grip on it, you're just like, oh, that thing's resisting, you know, pretty well, kind of like a foam. And then once it just like a certain amount of pressure went through, it just went dust. Oh, God. Fantastic. One of those little moments where you're just like, yep, I'm going to remember this forever. Like, this will be the memory that I remember when the dementia kicks in, and I don't even remember the name of my parents or my family. And I'll be just like, Tom really fucked it up that one time with the sponge. And they're just like, okay, Will, it's time for your medication. You've told us this story 15 times today. And I'm just sitting there just like, that bitch couldn't win a crane game to save his life. No wonder he died a virgin. And they're just like, yes, yes, Will. He's very maidenless. Good. Please eat your freaking, you know, please eat your applesauce. All of us were so sad that day. Yeah, all very sad. The sponge and all that. Yeah, no maidens? Oh, man. I remember having not a maiden. Then I went outside and touched some grass. Ain't that the truth, James? And they fist bump each other. Retirement home is gonna be lit. Ooh, I held some spit. Sorry, I just love the idea of the old folks home having like old COD games and just the mad shit that's getting talked. Just like, you know, like there's the one guy who's just doing so incredibly good, you know, at COD at the age of like 80. And he's just talking, you know, mad shit to people. Just like, wow, John, look at that score. Maybe if you were as good at playing this game as you were at shitting your pants, maybe I wouldn't be poning your ass right now. Oh, shit. This is an amazing little thought experiment right here. Sorry, I have like a dozen jokes in my head and all of them are half formulated and not worth saying out loud. Our generation in nursing homes is going to be wild. Yeah, but then we think about the fact that chances are none of us are going to be able to afford nursing homes. Steve swears that Final Fantasy VII is best, but do they remember the 20 years we played Final Fantasy XIV? All them goth cat girls running around? Ah, that was some big femboy energy. Wheelchairs and games and dubstep. Oh, half of us are just like barely lucid and then they just start playing Darude Sandstorm and everybody just livens up as if they're like 20 years younger. Just like, oh shit, I remember the first time I listened to this. Once a day, they have to play Darude Sandstorm just to get everybody in that nursing home to, like, snap back to reality. And everybody be like, oh, there goes gravity. That was a dumb joke, I'm sorry. It wasn't even, like, a good joke. It was just a dumb joke. All of us barely breathing, going, do-do-do-do-do. 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 Hell yeah, Pavlov. Fucking go for it, my dude. Dude, I still have such vivid memories of that game because it was just so good. It was ridiculous. But, like, I can still quote portions of that game because I played it so much. You know, whether you're supposed to go, Holy One, there's a huge creature in the valley beyond. We're all terrified. This must be the creature Sable spoke of. Let's investigate. And then you rush over to the, you know, the camera pans over and it's like, look at the size of that. Ah, okay, we're dead. We're all dead. Where is it? What is it? Where's it from? It doesn't seem to be aggressive, though. If it is, we're all dead. Even the spirits. Dead. You too, boss. Do you hear that? This creature's trying to communicate. It's telepathic. You have a creature. Bring him to me. No way! He'll eat him! But this giant seems friendly. Let's bring our creature over with the leash. Go ahead. Look it up. I am confident that I am like 95% correct on that quote. I don't remember who it was, but the other day I was chatting with somebody and I just started quoting shit. And they're just like, oh my god, how? Oh wait, what's the next line? It's just like, another creature. Is it true? Are you real? I've been alone for eons. I thought I would die without seeing another god or another creature. I once belonged to Nemesis, the most powerful of gods. But his power kept growing, and soon I was too... I don't remember the next line. Something for him. So I was cast out, banished here, and I've been alone ever since. Until now. This being is astonishing, but what a sad tale. In return for your friendship and that of your creature, I will teach you both. You will both learn the ways of the gods. Murloc, that's terrible. Well done. That's really good. Welcome back, Searings. The fourth island. So the first island is the starter island. Second island is with Khazar. I am Khazar. It was I that summoned the portal for you. Oh yeah, and then what's the other guy's name? Ooh, what is his name? Lethis. That's it. Lethis, my ally. You have failed me. I, Nemesis, have arrived to take control. And then the third island is you getting your creature back. And the fourth island... The fourth island! I remember now. I have also never. Because that dude was torturing my boy. And also, I didn't have a choice. Pavlov, the way that I beat him is I realized that if you set rocks on fire and you throw them just correctly, they'll rest against the temple and it will do damage to anything that is influenced by him. And if you put enough rocks together, they almost infinitely burn. Exactly. That's how I beat him. So when he's just like, you know, like, I have but my one village left and I am weak. So he gives you the portal, but it just kept damaging, right? There was no hope. So he's like, no, you've taken everything from me. And then his temple is destroyed. I tried to play as a nice... Oh! I'm sorry, Tofu. I'm sorry. I mean, I just quote the entire first HP movie just so I believe that you can quote this MP. Fair enough. Fair enough. Kill all those villagers. Then put one villager in so that you only need 1 point to convert it to your side. The most broken strat. We were just like, and... There we go. I used to try and win with, like, missionaries. You know, like, throw a missionary in there sometimes. Stitches, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope that you have a very good night. Have yourself a good one. Thank you very much for being around. Always happy to have you here. Oh, I agree. The way that I did it, Pavlov, when you get the second village with the wolf attack, first of all, I had the Yogi, so he gives you, like, the thunder powers to kill the wolves. But then I just, like, as far as I could, I put a new village center between the next two villages, and just built that up super fast. Like, just made that village super expansive so that its influence spread really quickly. And then from there, I just used that influence to get to the next town more easily. It was just one of those dumb little moments where I was just like, oh, wait a second. What if I just bridge the gap? Anyway, apologies everybody else. I got Like, Black and White was just such a fantastic game. For those who haven't played, it was a Lionhead Studio game. The introduction to that game was so fantastic. The music that played during the intro was so much fun. And essentially, it is the concept that every time that people pray, a new god is born. And in the beginning of the game, a child is out in the ocean swimming and a bunch of sharks are about to attack it. So the two parents, in a moment of desperation, like, cry out for help. And through that, you're born. And the game is a story-based game where you can perform miracles and you have to make sure that your people are happy and fed and that you have enough supplies for them to be able to do things. It's like, you know, pretty simplistic, but it was a very, very fun game. Visually, it was wonderful for its time. And the cool thing is that you get a creature. So you can have a monkey, a cow, or like a tiger. And they had kind of control over themselves. Like, you know, they had an autonomy, but you could teach them things. Like, if you didn't want them to eat villagers, you would... Monkey's the only correct choice. Absolutely. Fastest learner in the game. That dude can literally learn heal in like three lessons and can learn the big heal in like 4 or 5. That dude could just keep himself alive during fights forever. And yeah, you can teach them miracles, but like if let's say that they eat a villager and you're just like, no. You can like zoom in on them and you can like legit just like slap them around, be like, no, like punish them. But like if you want to do that, you can pet them. And they get super happy and they'll learn those traits from you based on how you interact with them. And you go between worlds and you can also leash him over to another village and he's healing the villagers. Or the dances. The dances were very fun. The creatures could help convert different villages for you because if they're outside of your influence, you can only move your cursor, which is like your god hand, out for a certain distance before you basically kind of lose power. So you could send your creature over and like people would be like, whoa, you know, like this like starting probably like 15-foot tall creature, which can like legit grows over time as you play, so it can become this monstrously big creature. It was just such a fantastic game. It had a story, it had great voice acting, the gameplay was fun. I remember World 4 kicking my ass for a bit because of the fireballs. World 4 was so hard at the beginning. Yeah, as soon as you can defeat the situation with the fireballs, you're just like, okay, good. And then the lightning is a little bit easier to deal with, but it still sucked. And like the third problem, I mean, was just a blood red sky, you know, like, it's fine. You have to send a ton of villagers. So you can keep a spirit shield up for the entire time, and then it's not too bad. True, but if you don't know that, the first time that I did it, I sent a bunch of stuff through. I sent in so much wood because there was the wood and food cheat where if you soft click on the entrance to the storage place, you could, one miracle could give you like 50,000 wood. And I ended up being just like unintentionally discovering that. So I just took like this stupid amount of wood and food along with me so that I would be set. But so much of it got set on fire. Like most of my prep material just burned because of the fireballs. And I'm just like, God damn it. That's what she said. Like 6 times. Oh my goodness. Erwin, do we need to have a talk? Do we need to pull you aside for a second? Do we need to get into the other voice chat? We need to have a word? So like 10 wonders to boost food and miracles, and you end up with what? They're permanent. villagers are sitting there looking at the storage, just like, huh. You know, to be fair, it sucks, but also, you know, the meals are always hot, so that's good. But every time they try to rush over, they're always caught on fire. Oh, yeah. The other thing that would suck in those worlds, or in worlds where you've been playing for, or in the islands that you've been playing for a long time and have a lot of villagers, where you'd get the death, death, death. And you just be like, I get it. People died. Some people die of old age, game. We need more civic buildings. We need food. When you have 50K, yeah, exactly. You're off to the beach. Well, you have a great time, Bells. Thank you very much for stopping by, and have a very good time at the beach. Oh, right. My favorite Pavlov is when they have food. They ask for food, and then you pour food in front of them, and they go, food? And you're just sitting there like, this is what you asked for. Have enough food, need breeding. I made the mistake at one point of being like, yeah, a couple of breeders are a good idea, but I made all the breeders male, so my population just exploded. Look, I didn't plan ahead, all right? That's all I gotta say. We need houses. We need protection. Save us! Help! Etc. Sorry. At this point, I'm just quoting voice clips from the game. Welcome back, Pom Pom. Hope that you had a safe trip. They sure need protection. Boom! Great minds think alike. Let's go. Man, I can't believe that I'm frickin'... Okay. I'm sorry that we're going to continue on this topic. I hope that other people have played this game. Pavlov, did you play number 2? Did you play Black and White 2? And if so, what did you think of it? That goes to everybody. Like, if anybody is interested in that, anybody played games like that. Oh, I can't say that, but that's what she said. I see how it is. Erwan, I'm more critical of you only because I've known you longer. I did. It was very different, but also was a very good change. It was so radically different that it's hard to say if it's better. That's true, because you could literally change your pet's attitude in a menu. Like, just go like, doesn't eat villagers, only eats greens, does this, doesn't attack people, is a good fighter against enemies, etc. And the whole combat system, but I believe you could do like a semi-pacifist way of doing it where you could actually convert. And I love the fact that like the more your creature fought, the more like aggressive they became. Like if you had like the lion, their claws became longer and their like hair and mane became like thicker and bigger because they became more like feral and aggressive. The wonders were really cool. You could convert an entire army to your civilians. That's true. I also love, like, the city building of it was more profound and I liked it. You know, like, you could build good buildings and bad buildings and, like, you know, there was a niceness to, like, being like, all right, let's put the pottery building down. And then like if you went away from that village for a bit and came back, like almost every house had like different types of pottery outside their house for decorations. And it was just like, oh shit, the world is actually changing as things are happening. Like, it's such a small detail, but I love shit like that in games. Just those tiny little details. Fair enough, but also got a dash. But trying to go live a few minutes earlier, so there's enough time to finish the whole movie, hopefully. Have an awesome stream. Later, chat. And you as well, Erwin. Have fun with the movie. Have yourself a great stream. It does, Pavlov? It does. There is a way to do it. I don't remember how to do it. I think it's a compatibility thing that you have to set up. Because I've played it on this computer, and it was great. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at all of the stuff and be just like... It's true, Pavlov. I'm worried that it might just be your system, honestly. I don't think it's gonna happen, my dude. Like, who just has 600 megabytes of hard drive space, you know? Like, that's dangerous. That's computer crashing right there. Oh, that's a great question, Murlac. I don't know if you're still there, Erwin, but are we watching it on stream or are we watching it ourselves and we're just watching it together? Or how are you doing that? Watch party? I'll be showing it on my stream, yes. Okay. Gotcha. Well, then you have a great time with your movie watchings. We're going to be wrapping it up in about 13 minutes. Because I normally do 3 hours as best as I could, or as much as I can on Saturdays, but I'm tanked. I slept like butts last night, so... as Syrinx would say. Pavlov, I swear it can be done if you do like the compatibility thing. I don't remember exactly how to do it. I believe if you set it to Windows XP, it should work. There was one other thing that you had to do, and I don't remember how to do it. Or I don't remember what it is. I had to do 2 things. Tried both, and it's not opening. Damn it. I'm sorry to hear that, because it was working on mine. I just don't remember how I got it working anymore. I mean, if it needs a virtual box, that's not too difficult to set up if I recall correctly. So you should be able to do it relatively easily. If so, like, if you freaking get that shenanigans working and start having a good time, please let me know how you're doing. Because, like, that is, like, one of, like, the big childhood memory games for me. Like that one and like Anno 1602, like those are like 2 of like the big games for me that I remember really heavily from my childhood. Put way too much time into those boys. Enough so that like I still play 1602 from time to time. It's like, the safety of familiar times. When things were simple. There you go. There's a good transition. What is everybody's like favorite childhood game that they can remember? Or even just a game that like, you know, you go back to from time to time that you're just like, yeah, it's fine. And you can never get enough gold. Dude. Anno 1602 was a butt late game. I remember getting getting this tiny little island just to get gold. I put the thing down, like the gold mine down. It produced 10 tons and then was empty. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do right now? You have fond memories of Summoner. I don't actually know Summoner. Let me look that up really quick. Summoner, PlayStation 2 2000, developed by Volition, published by THQ. This actually looks pretty fun. Oh, I've seen Summoner 2 before. I've never played it, but I remember Summoner 2. Did they eat all the gold? Pavlov, I never said that I knew how to set it up, but I'm sure that there's ways. Oh, right. I have it set up that I can't wink. Hold on. Let me see if I can set that up really quick. General settings. Blink eye blink. Okay, there was a wink in there somewhere. There was a wink in there somewhere, I promise. But no, I sadly didn't play Summoner, but it looks actually pretty good. Ratings are like pretty decent from what I can see. On Steam, it's a 9 out of 10. Still hope for a random remaster, or at least that it will be included in the PlayStation store, but realistically it will never happen, Sag. Yeah, heckin' rip in that regard. If it didn't get enough attention back then, it's probably not going to get any attention now. Because the only reason that it would go up is specifically to make the company some sweet, sweet dough. What about everybody else? What is a comfort game that you have? Like, that's definitely one of them. Like, this looks definitely like one of them. I remember playing a lot of, and now the game has escaped my brain, because of course it has. Stardew Valley, let's go. Played StarCraft 1 and Brood War. Ooh. I had a friend who played a lot of StarCraft 1 and Brood War and tried to get me into it, and I was just like, nah, let's not do that. I did not get into that kind of RTS until later in my life, and even then I'm not very good at them. But still, did enjoy what I played. Like, I played StarCraft 2. I think I played all of the StarCraft 2 stuff, at least the campaigns. They were pretty good. And yeah, Stardew Valley's a really good one. Oh, old Harvest Moon. There was a PlayStation Harvest Moon called... Ooh, what was it called? Harvest Moon... PS2. On what was it called? Save the Homeland. There you go. So Harvest Moon Save the Homeland, and it was a game that had multiple endings that you had to do specific things for. So it was a Harvest Moon game, but you needed to befriend certain people in order to make certain events happen. And it had like, I think like 7 different endings or something like that. It was very, very fun, actually. It says here how many endings there were. The spirits. Demolished with it. Oh yeah, you have 1 year because otherwise the place gets demolished to be turned into a resort or an amusement park. There are 9 possible ways to save the village. 9 of the darn things. I think I got all of them. Some of them I needed like walkthroughs. Also fond of brute force. Played it co-op with my brother. Squad-based third person. Has anybody here played Dawn of War 2 by any means? Dawn of War. The Warhammer 40k squad-based game. Check out brute force though. Wham! Hey, Jam Jam. How you doing? Oh, brute force looks crazy. Ah! Jam Jam, what was your favorite childhood game? Or game that you still have, like, that you occasionally return to in order to have fun with and just remember simpler times? Took me a while to find the bonk. LOL, you're bad. You're fine. Totally good. Brute force reminds me of almost like a third-person Commando Squad? Is that what it was called? Or was that Star Wars game? Or was it just Commando? Republic Commando, that's the one. Oh god, I have memories of this, Syrinx. I have memories of this. I remember playing this. Oh my goodness. Kind of but third person. Yeah, it has that kind of feel to it. What a wild coincidence, because I just came across a Twitter post talking about the PS2 game A Dog's Life, and it is not one you've played, but the post talks about... Ouch. A Dog's Life. Game. This looks weird. This looks really, really weird, Jam Jam. God, you haven't installed in a decade, getting flooded with depression memories from being a kid. I'm sorry to hear that, Pavlov. Come on, push through it. Push through it. Remember, black and white is on the line. You got this. I'm making light of potential sadness, and I apologize for that. I'm just trying to get your spirits up so that you get to the point where you can play black and white. Life. All right, let's look at this for a second. Starring a dog named Jake. What the frick? I'm reading some of this and it's not good. Also a dog, you kill the CEO of a cat. Yeah, I'm just reading that because she's capturing neighborhood dogs and turning them into cat food. You kill her by farting in her face until she falls off a lodge into her own mangling machine. Yeah, I figured. Jake farts, sending her falling onto a conveyor belt, killing her and turning her into cat food. 3+. 3+. Found it weird when people say, these are the best times of my life. Bruh, high school was the worst time of my life. Like, easily. I'm kind of in the same boat, Pavlov. It's very weird when people peak at high school. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, the good old days. Just like, oh, the good old days when you were shoving kids into lockers and making people's lives hell. Huh. Interesting that that's when you peaked. I got Cosmo, my beloved. Oh my goodness. All right, both of you into the shame corner. Let's go. But also, Lawful, what's your childhood game that you're just like, memories? The only reason it was the good old days for me was because you weren't burdened with adult responsibility. I remember when I didn't have to pay taxes and find employment. I remember when I could play World of Warcraft until 4 a.m. and get up at 6 to do chores for parents and then go back to sleep because it was Saturday. But you didn't. Hey, you Pikachu and Kingdom Hearts. Hell yeah. Hell yes. And I can do that for you, Tofu. Not to single people out, but Tofu, I'm actually super curious where your mind is in terms of old games. First try, let's go. Because, like, you are very good at, like, the... What the heck do you call those? Like, the fighter games. So I'm curious if that was something that you had in your childhood as well. And that's kind of where that comes from. This said you're heading out? Heading out since I'm in a mood for a watch along. Absolutely fine. Murloc, I hope that you have a very good, that you enjoy the movie. Cheers, buddy. Very nice to have you here, and thank you again for the follow. So weird. Jam, why did you let me know about this? Now I know this, you know? And the worst part is that it got like half decent reviews, like above average reviews. I grew up with a game called, yep, I know Soul Edge and Tekken 3. I played a little bit of Tekken 3 back in the day. Came back to fighting games like 7 years ago because someone got me SF4, got you into SF4. And you've always enjoyed them. I think my game tastes have not changed a huge amount between childhood and now, to be honest. I feel that. Like, I still love city builders. And, like, that's kind of where I started. Like, city builders and... How to say it? Like, simulation games. Like, those were always kind of my jam. You know, put, like, 30-something hours into Dwarf Fortress when it released in, like, 3 days. It's like, yeah, this makes sense. This is healthy. You know, suddenly just wake up at one point, rub your eyes, look outside, and it's dark out, and you're just like, ah, shit. Oh, God, I'm missing valuable sunlight. Well, that's really neat, Tofu. I'm really glad to hear that you can keep... that you can keep pursuing, like, that kind of enjoyment for games like that. Unfortunately, games like that frustrate the heck out of me because I'm really bad at them. But it is very fun watching you play them because you play them quite well, at least from where I'm standing. But then again, you're also just a joy to watch regardless. So, I mean, you playing the game well is just a bonus on top of that, obviously. You think you're nice, Jam? Hmm? Hive of Melicius? I hope I said that correctly. Melicius. And hello. And I'm not sure what the cute is directed to, but welcome to the stream. Ugh, I need to close this. Jam, you've ruined my day. Malicious. Malicious? It's a Greek name. I figured it was Greek, but I am not good at the cutest directed at me. Well, that's appreciated. Thank you. Malicious. Malicious. I hope I said that correctly. My dyslexia is not always the most friendly to me, unfortunately. So, if I didn't say it correctly, I super apologize. Ah! Tofu, why? I said nice things. I said nice things. Tofu just sitting here just like, how dare you say nice things to me? Hits me with pillow repeatedly. Oh, sure, but when I call him... I'm gonna time you out, Syrinx. I swear to God, I'll time you out right now. Won't even hesitate. Won't even hesitate. Not saying it, Jam. No. You know what? I think it's time for stream to end. I think that's what time it is. It looks like hesitating to me. I'm not hesitating, Pom Pom. I'm getting defensive. Ah, well played. I see that you found the new redeem. Wrench. Dang it. Come on. Grab the hair. Oh, come on. You can do it. There we go. And a fitting one. Yeah. Stinky note. Yeah, Hive. I am classified by my rival as stinky. So now people, should they wish to agree with my rival...
Welcome.
Thank you very much for the follow. That's super appreciated. Thank you. But now because people want to agree with my rival, now they can put a little stinky note on my head. Or on my hair. And if I don't have enough room, it goes on the hoodie. I try not to put it near Benjamin Toast, though, because he doesn't deserve that. He can't be caught in the crossfire. That's just unreasonable, you know? Awful every time. Say pong pong, I'm always think I'm getting a Oh, pog pog. I don't know why I said pong pong. I saw the G's. My brain is broken. I think it might be time. What's the creature on your head? Oh, that is Benjamin Toast. He is my little toast buddy. He's the little mascot of our channel. He is a sentient toast who is incapable of speech, but can play music and move objects with the little magic powers that he has. Give me uno secondo. I will give you another example of what he looks like. His original art, at least. There you go. There's our little boy. It's a little Benjamin Toast. We'll put him on my shoulder. Or in some cases, if we need him to be a little bit more violent, he can use his magic to hold a gun. Bread Bard. Exactly. That is exactly what he is. He is a little He's a little bit Benjamin Toast. He likes to have fun and make music. He can't talk, but he speaks with his music. Benjamin Toasty Toast. Is that a sandwich pick? Yeah. Yeah, it is lawful. See? That's his little sword. He uses it for self-defense. He would never attack unprovoked. That's not the Benjamin Toast way. Benjamin Toast doesn't like to fight if he doesn't have to. I'm glad you like it, Hive. All right. I'm going to start a poll already because I gotsta. All right. We are going to take a little bit of a poll to see where you guys would like to go. We can go watch somebody play some Max Payne, the PC game. I think it also came out on consoles. We can go to Erewhon and watch the movie, which I believe is Smile. Or we can go and watch Dorn play Bone Lab, which is a VR game. I think any of these choices would be entertaining, but obviously, chat, you get the final say in that because, of course you do. Wait, we're going somewhere? Unfortunately, Pom Pom. Brain's a bit foggy right now, and I'm kind of wish-washy in terms of brain power, so it's probably better if I tap out now before I start just going full beer. Just finished Bone Lab. It was a great game. I've heard, Hive. It was. By the way, are you okay with me calling you Hive, or would you prefer the Melissa? Dang it all to heck! I said it right the one time, and then my brain gave up. Malicious. There we go. Malicious. Would you prefer Malicious, or is Hive okay? You can just call me Mel. Mel or Millie? Melly? Oh, the powers of dyslexia. But yes, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for the follow. But by the look of it, we are going to go ahead and rate ourselves a 1 Coach Dorn. You know, a local favorite for some, a menace for others. There was a stroopwafel. You're not getting a sexy one, Pom Pom. I refuse. So we are going to go ahead and go over to Mr. Dorn. Shameless plug really quick because I keep forgetting to do this. We got him! But we'll start with that. I do have a Discord. I try to keep my schedules in there. I try to interact with people before and after stream to the best of my abilities. We do polls on what kind of games that we're going to play from this point, or like from this point on. We already have a couple of games in the works, but I'm going to try and work some more into there as we work our way through other games. Like once Dead Space is done, we're going to be replacing it with Titanfall 2 story game. Once we beat Mirror's Edge, we're going to need to figure out another one. I believe that's going to probably be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And then from there, we'll see what happens. We have lots of options still. Also, on Monday, I am going to be doing a collab with Haya. As I mentioned, we will both be streaming, so make sure to follow either of us if you wish to be a partake in that. This is me trying to, you know, promote my stuff, which is difficult for me because it just is. But from this point on, we are going to go ahead and raid the Dorn man himself. So, comparatively, if you are subscribed, please use the top raid message. If you are not subscribed, please use the bottom raid message. If you would like to use your own raid message, go ahead and do so. Just make sure that it is respectful and wholesome. I'm going to say my outro really quick because otherwise my brain is going to forget, as you guys know. So, thank you guys very much for sticking around. Whether you were chatting, whether you were lurking, whether you just popped in and out for a second, know that you are super appreciated. I hope that you're having a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it might happen to be for you. I hope that you're taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're drinking plenty of water. And when you finally do sleep, I hope that you have a very restful sleep. Thank you very much for those who have joined the Discord. Thank you very much for those who have stopped by. Thank you for the follows. Thank you just for everybody doing what you're doing. I hope to see you guys over in Dorm's stream. Give them a big hello for me. I will see you guys there, and I will see you guys next time.